Okay, hello everyone, and this is Tom from Elesta, and now I am standing in the exhibition hall of Elesta, and you can see this is exhibition hall. And today I will make this live streaming in this exhibition hall to show you the all series about our water pumps. So if you are interested in our water pumps, you can just click the upper left corner to follow us to get the latest news about our water pumps. And now I'm going to make a detailed introduction about our company firstly. And first of all, the full name of our company named Fujian Electro Motor Co. Limited. And if you have found us in Alibaba, you may find that we have entered Alibaba more than 14 years, but actually we are established in 2008, and until now it has passed over 15 years. And besides that, we have very rich exporting experience to over 40 countries, including countries from the Asian market, African market, American market, and so on. And we also supported OEM and ODM. That means if you have any demand on marketing your own brand in your own country, you can find us for help. Okay. And speaking of which, I also need to mention the location of our company. We have our own factory, and of course our office and our factory is not be with each other together. Our factory is located in Zhejiang, Ningde City, and of course Zhejiang is a very quiet and a very smooth county. So if you are the person who prefer a quiet life, I think Zhejiang is your best choice. Okay, let's go back. And speaking of our office is located in Fuzhou City. The Fuzhou City is also located in Fujian province. Fuzhou is the capital of Fujian, and I think you will know that, okay? And speaking of about our factory, I would also like to bring you a good news that the second square of our factory is under construction, and it is expected to finish the construction within this year, which means our production capacity will be enlarged at the time. And we will produce more water pumps to a lot of you. And for our factories, I would also like to make a sparingly introduction of different parts. And let's go on the first part. The first part in our factory, that is the R&D center. Research and Development Center. It is a very important and plays a vital role for the factory because it is a place where the engineer to draw the drawing for the water pumps to make sure that water pumps will meet the requirements of our clients. And besides that, all of our water pumps will proceed a test before they are put in a large production. And that is a very important process. And the first one is the R&D center, and the second one is the relevant workshops in our factory. And for these workshops, it can also be divided into 4 to 5 parts, like the roller and shaft workshop, the stator workshop, the assembly workshop, the package workshop, and the storage. And for each different workshops, we have different obligations. For like the roller and shaft workshop, as you see, the main duty for this workshop is to produce the shaft and the roller. And for the stator workshop, of course, the duty is to produce the roller, right, the stator, right. And for the assembly workshop, the duty is to assemble all the spare parts of the water pump together to form a complete workshop. And for the package workshop, of course, to pack it in a box to make a complete water pump to be sent to you, right. And for storage, of course, we need to make sure that our factory should have enough space for water pumps that cannot be diverted out in time. So we also have the relevant storage in our factory. So you just don't need to worry about that. And the third part of our factory is where I am standing. that is the exhibition hall. And as I said very beginning, our exhibition hall covers the full series and the full models of our water pumps. So today I will show you around about our exhibition hall so that you can have a general understanding about our product and our company. And as you see, I think you can see the walls shows back in me where there is water. We are the pentatonists. Okay, and now before I show you around, I also like to make a detailed introduction about our major product. As you see, the major product of our water pump can be divided into 5 parts. The first one is the self-priming jet series water pump, and the second one is the peripheral water pump. It can also be called vortex water pump, and the third one as the self-sucking water pump. Actually, the self-sucking water pump is also a kind of vortex water pump. The difference is that there is a small water tank above the pump body of self-sucking water pump. I will make it as a detailed introduction later. And the fourth one is the centrifugal water pump. And speaking of the centrifugal water pump, the advantage for the centrifugal water pump is that it can achieve a larger water flow at a lower head. So it is a very, very suitable tool for the agriculture. So if you are a farmer and you need a tool to help you with the irrigation, I think the centrifugal water pump will be your best choice. And for other pumps, we also have the submersible water pump or the deep well water pump, and I will also show it to you later. And of course, I would also to let you know the 2 major advantages about our water pumps. The first one is all of our water pumps has adopted electrophoresis process, and the second one is that recently we have improved the isolation of the water pump from class B to class F. And if you are the one who are very familiar with water pump, I think you may know that the class F is much better than class B. And we make this improvement without any cost. It is for free. And for the electrophoresis process, I think some of you may have the question. You may ask, what is a electrophoresis process? That is a good question. And I can mention it firstly that for now, only a very, very few Chinese factory own this technology. It is a technology that's coated with custom iron parts like the pump body, the motor bracket, with a film outside the pump custom iron parts to make it better anti-rust. And of course, I will also show you some relevant information and relevant documents about the electrophoresis process later. And that is the 2 major advantages about our water pumps. So if you are looking for a reliable supplier in China, I think you can choose Electrophoresis. Electrophoresis will be your best choice. As I said at the very beginning, we have very, very rich exporting experience in water pump, and we are also very professional manufacturing water pumps. Besides that, we also support OEM and ODM. If you are one who want to market your own brand in your own country, you must choose Electrophoresis. And that is the brief introduction about our water pumps. And now I'm going to show you around about our exhibition hall. And let's go. And let's begin our journey in our exhibition hall. It looks very, very nice. You see, our exhibition hall indeed covers the full series and the full models about our water pumps. And let's move on to go straight to see what is inside. Okay, let's turn off the lights. Okay, it is look better. And I will show you around slowly from this side. And And for now, the pumps you are looking, it is multi-stage water pump. Let's closer the camera. The multi-stage water pump means it can be the 2 stages or 3 stages or 4 stages, even 5 stages. And for other pumps, it is a single stage. And the advantage for the multi-stage water pump is that it can reach a very large water flow at a lower head. So it is also a very, very suitable choice for the agriculture. And for this one is the self-sucking water pump. It is PS series water pumps. And for this water pumps, you can see it is equipped with a pressure sensor and the pressure tank. And the capacity for this pressure tank is 2 liters. And this small one, it is also a kind of self-sucking water pump. And this one is jet series water pump. Okay, let's go for these models one by one. And for this one is jet B series self-priming jet series water pump. And for this one is the JNG series water pump. And for this one, it is also a very hot selling one now. It is JPM series water pump, and it has some technology innovation. For it has a chip inside the control box to control the whole water pump. This one is also the JPM series water pump, but the difference is that it doesn't equip with the pressure tank. It is just a pump itself. The jet series water pump. And for this pump, this one is JSP series water pump. And for this one is the Jet S series water pump. It is also a very hot selling one. And for this model is PY series water pump. It looks cute, right? And for this one is the Jet S series water pump with a pressure tank. And besides the pressure tank, it also has some relevant accessories: the pressure tank, the pressure switch, the flexible hole. Normally, it will has a pressure gauge. You see, the pressure gauge. And for all these spare parts, it consists a automatic water supply to make sure that it can automatically supply the water. Actually, the function for this system is to make sure that the water level of the will maintain the same when it is stopped using. And for this one, it can also be called a deep well jet series pump because it can suck the water from a deep well. It will equipped with a ejector. And for this model, I think you may know what is that. It is QB series water pump. QB water pump is a very, very hot selling model around the world. So if you are a businessman who are in the field in water pump, I think if you want to choose the water pump, QB series is still your first choice. And this one, of course, the multi-stage water pump, as I show you at the very beginning. This one is also a QB series water pump, but it is just equipped with a 2 liters pressure tank. And for this one, Jet L series water pump, the PY series water pump, the JSP series water pump. And this one is the WZB series water pump. It also equipped with a red handle. It is also a JPM series water pump. The WZB series water pump. And this one is the CPM series water pump. It is a kind of centrifugal water pump. As I said before, it is a very suitable tool for the agriculture. And this one, it is the SCM2 series water pump. Okay, and let's move on. And this one, it is TPS model. And we can have a close look about its nameplate. It is model TPS 70. And you can see the performance of the TPS model can reach the max head at 50 meters and the max flow at 50 liters per minute. And let's go on. And these are the QB series water pumps. And for this one, it is DK series water pump. It is look very, how to say, I think it looks mini and cute among all the centrifugal water pump. Let's see its nameplate. The model is 1DK-20. The one means the size of the outlet and inlet. It is 1 inch. And for this one is PKM series water pump. I think you also hear of the Pedro water pump, right? Pedro is a very famous water pump brand around the world, and the style for the Pedro style is also a very hot choice around the world. So we learn its appearance and make it as our own. So we also support the Pedro type water pump. So if you are the one who are crazy in Pedro type, I think you can also choose us. You see, it look very nice. The Pedro type water pump. It is PKM 60. And for this one, it is the JS series water pump. S means stainless steel. Listen, it is made of stainless steel. The pump body is made of stainless steel. And for the materials of the pump body, it can also be divided into 3 kinds, like the stainless steel, the cast iron, and the plastic. And if you have different demand for the pump body, we can also adjust it for different requirements of you. And that is also the JS series water pump. The difference with this and that one is the length of the pump body. You can see the pump body for this model is longer than that one. So the model is called JSL series water pump. And let's go back. And I'm standing here and turn around my phone. You see, okay. And for these models, this one is the gasoline water pump. It means that it is run by gasoline, and it is the recoil start. But if you want it to be the electric start, we can also produce it for you. Let's see it carefully. The Electra brand gasoline water pump, and the model is WP30X. That means the inlet and outlet is 3 inch. Okay. That look nice. And this one, the CPM series water pump. Okay. And for this one, it is DTM series water pump. Okay. And let's go out. I think you will love it because they indeed look very good and very nice. And for these pumps, you are seeing is the submersible water pump. Like that. It is the stainless steel QDP series submersible water pump, and it is the Savage series. And this one is the QDP plastic series water pump, and it is also the Savage series. But for this one, it is the clean water series. And this one is the QDX series water pump. Wow, they look good. And let's go. Let's see these water pumps one by one. You see, under the sunshine, I think they look very brightly and greatly. And for these pumps are the deep well pump, like the SDM series, the QDP series, the QGD series, the QJD series. And these pumps are the V series and the QDX series submersible water pump. And for this one, I would like to mention that it is a new series product we had released recently. And it is also a kind of multi-stage water pump. So, if you have heard of Grandfold, I think you may be very familiar with this type. And it is also very hot selling in Russia. So, if you are clients from Russia, I think you can choose this one. Okay. And now, let's go back. Let's turn back to that place. And okay everyone, and of course I have also prepared a explosion diagram of our water pump, and I believe that if you are the one who are interested more about QB series water pump, I think you may also want to know what is inside look like in the QB series. So I have prepared the explosion diagram to you. You see the explosion diagram. Ooh, I hope you can see it clearly. Okay. And for this explosion diagram, I think you may get a general understanding about our water pump. So we will start for the first part, that is the pump body. And as I said just now, the material for the pump body can be divided into three kinds: the custom iron, the plastic, and the stainless steel. And among these three kinds, the custom iron is the most durable one, and the stainless steel is the most hot choice, while the plastic is the most cost effective. So you can just choose one according to your requirement. And this one is the feeding plug. When you first receive the QB series, the water pump, you need to screw out the feeding plug to add water in the pump body to make sure it can work successfully when first used. And this part called impeller. Actually, impeller is the most important part among the whole water pump. It plays a vital role among the operation for water pump, and it is also can be divided into different parts like the brass. This impeller is made of brass, but we also have other materials like the stainless steel and PPO, like the PPO means plastic, and we also have aluminum. And if you are not the one who are into the low quality market, I think you cannot. Alumina metal is not a wise choice for you. And the next part, that is the mechanical seal. The mechanical seal, the function is to prevent the water leakage and the air leakage. And so it is also a very important part. And this one is O-ring, the same function as mechanical seal. And this one is the motor front cover. And as I said before, this one is also made of cast iron, and all of our cast iron parts has adopted electrophoresis process. And this part called splash guard. The function for the splash guard is to prevent water coming to the motor to damage it. And these two O-ring parts called the bearing. And the function for the bearing is to start the direction of the shaft to make sure that it can rotate only one direction. And for now, the brand we use for bearing is Ninvan brand. But if you prefer a brand like Rinvan brand or ASK brand, we can also make it for you. And this one, the middle part, that is the rotor and the shaft. And I think you will know that. And for the material of the shaft, it can also be divided into two kinds, the carbon steel and the stainless steel. And normally we will use the carbon steel, but if you want it to be with best quality, you can choose the stainless steel. And it is SS304. And this one is the stator, and of course the stator is also a very important part because the stator determines the performance of the water pump. The longer the stator, the greater the performance. And for the stator length, it can be 40 millimeter, 50 millimeter, 60 millimeter, 70 millimeter, and so on. And the wire inside the stator, it can also be divided into two kinds, like the copper wire and the aluminum wire. And of course, copper wire is better than aluminum wire, but the aluminum wire is cheaper than copper wire. You can know that, right? And for this part, it's called capacity. And this one is motor casing, and this one is a digester ring, and this one is the motor back cover. It can be called the motor bracket along with the motor front cover. And for this part, it's called fan. The fan, the function is to make sure that the temperature of the water pump will maintain a normal stage when it is running so long time. As you see, when water pump is put in use for a long time, the temperature itself will keep rising, and the high temperature will definitely damage the water pump, right? So it needs a fan to cool the motor to roll down the temperature and make it a stable stage. And the last part is the fan cover, of course, to protect the fan, and of course to make the whole water pump to look good. And let's see the explosion diagram about our QB series water pump. Okay, and I think with this explosion diagram, it will draw a clear picture in your mind about our water pump. So when you get the water pump in hand, now you can know that what is that in your hand, right? And let's keep it away. And for the last part, I would also like to show you some FAQ, the questions that most can asked by our clients. So today I will bring these questions to you so that you will know the relevant answers. And the first question is, what is your standard of your water pump? Actually, the standard of our water pumps can be adjusted according to your country. For example, if you are the one who live in America, the standard in your country is 110 volts and 60 hertz, right? But if you are the one who live in China like me, the standard is 220 voltage and 50 hertz, right? And the standard of the water pump can be adjusted according to your country's standard. So just need to don't worry about that. And besides that, the phase of the water pump can also be adjusted. Normally, the phase of the water pump, the most time is single phase because it is most time is used at home, right? But if you want it to be put in use in the industry to make it as a 3-phase, we can also produce it for you. Of course, we can meet any requirement from you. And the second question. The second question is, do you have any relevant certificate? Yes, of course. We have C certificate, ISO certificate, ROHS certificate. And besides that, we are also the golden verified supplier on Alibaba. So we have a very good reputation on Alibaba. So if you are an Alibaba fan, I think you can follow us. And the third question is, how can I choose a suitable water pump? Exactly, that is a good question. Actually, the choice of the water pump depends on the performance you need. The performance is the head and the flow of the water pump. And how can we determine that? You can just determine the head by the floor you live. For example, if you are the one who live in the 5th floor and let's suppose 1 floor and 3 meters, then from above the ground in the 5th floor, you are about 50 meters high above the ground. So you need a water pump at least at the head with 50 meters. And for the floor, you just need to add all the water consumptions in your home of the water device together to get a final date, like the water tap, the shower, the toilet, and get exactly date. So then you can use this date to check our catalog to find the most suitable water pump for you. And okay, let's go on to the next question. The fourth question: what is your MOQ? I think this one is the question that you are most curious about. Actually, for now, normally our MOQ is 100 pieces, but to welcome the promotion festival in March, our MOQ is only 50 pieces. So if you are the one who just need a very small quantity for the water pump, or if you just need a small quantity of the water pump as a trail water, you can choose it and stuff. Just 50 water pumps, then you can bring them home. And that is the MOQ of our water pump. And the next one is what is the kind of your package? Actually, the material of our package can be divided into 3 kinds: the neutral type, the color box, and the prelude. And for different kind, we also have different requirements. If you want it to be as a color box, the MOQ is 300 pieces, and more than 500 pieces we will free release the layout fee of the cost. And these are the questions that asked more by our class. And I also believe that this question will answer the questions in your mind. But if you also have other questions that I did not mention in this live streaming, you can also leave the message to us. I will prepare for the answer of these questions and tell it to you, and the next time I stand here to make this live streaming. And today our live streaming is all about that, and I hope you like it. Of course, if you like my live streaming, you can just click on the screen to leave your like to me, and I will very appreciate about that. And of course, if you are interested in our water pumps, or if you like, or if you want to know more about our company and our product, you can just follow our live streaming to get the latest news. And now it is the end time of our live streaming. See you next time. I love you guys. Bye-bye.